What is up, everybody, and welcome to Everything's Plastic. Today we're going to be taking a look at some Star Wars Black Series, and this is the Delta Squad finally complete. It only took a few years to finally build a full team, but we have them fully complete and together, and I gotta say, these guys look absolutely awesome. If you are unfamiliar, they're actually based off of this game from 2005. On the original Xbox is Star Wars Republic Commando. This game was actually re-released onto Nintendo Switch, I think it is, and I'm not sure if it's actually released on any other systems. But that being said, this game is a pretty cool game. I remember playing it a long time ago. I don't really remember a whole lot about the game, but I'm still pretty excited to have all these here and to do a quick review on each and every one. Alright, before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out and thank you to Jason B. He actually dropped these off so I can do a quick review on them. I actually missed out on these, so thanks to Jason, I'll actually get to do a review on them, get a closer look at them. Alright guys, so first on the list, these are actually all in order from release. So first on the list is RC1138 or 1138, codename Boss. We have a picture of Boss on the side here. Nothing really on this side, nothing on top, barcode and all that good stuff on the bottom. Boss is actually number 7 in the Gaming Greats line. We have another image of Boss here. And we have a quick little read-up that says, Republic Commando introduced. The Elite Delta Squad, a team of clone commandos dispatched to handle the most dangerous missions for the Republic. Ooh, pretty awesome. This guy was actually released in December of 2021, if I am correct. If I am wrong, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, this guy is pretty awesome. I do like the orange and the white and everything else, though. This one actually looks really cool. Alright, next on the list is Sev, RC1207. Awesome image of Sev on the side here. Just a close-up of the exact same image right here. There's a quick little read-up on the back that says, Star Wars Republic Commando follows Delta Squad on missions throughout the Clone Wars with Delta 07 Sev as Squad Sniper. So that's pretty cool. We see his awesome sniper rifle there as well. I gotta say, this one is not my favorite of the group, but it's still pretty cool, man. I love his helmet. I think his helmet is fantastic. But yeah, not much else to see with packaging on this one, and not sure if I already mentioned or not. This one is actually number 11 in the Gaming Greats line. This one was actually released in July, I think it is, of 2022. So a little bit of distance in between the two releases. And next on the list is RC1140-1140, codename Fixer. We have an awesome picture of Fixer on the side here and just a close-up of the exact same image on this side. Nothing really on the bottom or top. This is number 13 in the Gaming Greats line. Like the other ones, there's a quick little read-up that says RC1140-1140 Fixer, an elite clone commando of the Galactic Republic during the Clone Wars, served as second in command for Delta Squad on missions to annihilate their enemies in Star Wars Republic Commando. Fantastic. Like I previously mentioned, number 13 in the series. Really like this one, man. I think the green's awesome. This guy actually looks pretty cool. And the last member of Delta Squad is RC1262-1262 Scorch. Now this guy is actually my favorite out of the line. Kind of nervous about the windowless packaging though. But yeah, we see a picture of the figure on the side here and his accessories. Actually says that this guy is 6 inches. On the back here we have an awesome image of the figure as well. There's a quick little read up that says RC1262, nicknamed Scorch, serves under the Galactic Republic Clone Army as a part of Delta Squad, a squad of Republic commandos created to infiltrate, dominate, and ultimately annihilate the enemy. This is number 18 in Gaming Greats series, and this one was actually released in March of 2023. So this is the most recent one, and like I said, it took about 2 years to finally get all 4 of these, to finally get Delta Squad completed. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up our boxes and intros and all that good stuff. We'll be right back with all these guys outside of the package to get a closer look. Alright guys, we are back and we have Delta Squad outside of the package. So we'll go in order of release. Just going to go over articulation for one of these. All these are the exact same bodies, just different paint decals basically, and different weapons for each one. Alright guys, here's a closer look at Boss. We'll do Boss first. Obviously, Boss is the main character in the game if you guys are unfamiliar. I really like the paint scheme on these. I think it looks awesome. Really like the metallic blue visor. I think that looks fantastic as well. The paint application is pretty clean, pretty even all over with this one. We do see some withering, some damage, and all that good stuff all over his armor. And the same up here as well. It's kind of the reverse. We got some damage down here, and we have the paint actually rubbed off on top there. So for accessories, this guy comes with 2 accessories. We can see his blaster in his hand here, and we actually have his backpack as well. We'll give you guys a closer look at the backpack. I like the way it fits in and stays nice and secure, and you can't actually spin it around. So it stays in a fixed position, which is fantastic. Really like this. Not much else to see on the back here. Just a little bit of paint on top. We do have a little bit of paint on the back of the helmet as well. I really like the helmet, man. I think this one looks fantastic. If you guys are familiar with the channel, you guys know that I love my Stormtroopers and my Clone Troopers. Alright guys, next on the list is RC1207 or Sev. I'm just going to call him Sev. We see some pretty cool paint application on his helmet here. Like I previously mentioned, man, this is basically the same body. I think his backpack is exactly the same as well. Pretty cool paint application on this one. Pretty cool design all the way through. The only difference with this one, this guy actually has a sniper rifle, which is pretty cool. Just a black piece of plastic, no paint or anything on the actual weapons for the first 3. We actually have some paint on the back of this one. Like I previously mentioned, this is the exact same backpack as Boss. But yeah, pretty cool. And like I previously mentioned too, Boss doesn't actually have any paint on the back, just a little bit on his shoulders. But this one is actually painted on the back. So yeah, pretty much painted all the way around. Pretty clean paint application, pretty cool design. Loving the red, love the orange of Boss as well. But yeah, Sev definitely looks awesome. He has some battle damage as well, some paint scraped off, and he has some weathering, some dirt, and everything else all over his armor. But yeah, this one looks fantastic as well. Not my favorite out of the lot, but definitely a cool trooper. Next on the list is RC1140-1140 Fixer. This guy actually has a few differences in this one. His helmet's actually different. We have a receiver, transponder, whatever you want to call it, actually on his helmet. Correct me in the comments below, guys. It is actually 3 in the morning here, and I am super tired. But yeah, and his backpack is actually different too. It has these pieces here, and just a different shape. Pretty cool design. Each and every one have a different paint scheme. That being said, like I previously mentioned, same body, just different paint scheme. So, yeah, this guy comes with the same blaster as Boss. Other than that, guys, not much else to say about this one. Cool battle damage. This guy actually has some paint scraped off as well. Some dirt, some weathering and all that. This guy actually looks pretty awesome as well. Liking the green, man. I'm not a big fan of green. I actually like this guy. Alright guys, next on the list is the newest release, and this is the awesome Scorch. Now this guy, same thing as the rest of them, on the same body, but this one has quite a few differences. Comes with a different gun, and this one is actually a grenade launcher attachment over on the side here. Exact same blaster, just different attachment. And this one actually has some dirt, some scrapes, paint scraped off and all that stuff as well. Really, really like the paint application on this one. Like the paint scheme, looks fantastic. Different backpack on this one as well, and this one actually has extra grenades, I would imagine it is, on the side of his leg. So yeah, has a holster with 2 different grenades into it. This is a separate piece, so that kind of moves around as well. But yeah, this one looks fantastic. Closer look as blaster slash grenade launcher. But yeah, this one's actually painted as well. I really like this one, man. I think this is the best one out of the 4. This one looks fantastic. Alright guys, I'm going to quickly go over articulation just in case you guys are unfamiliar with these. Let's take his blaster out of his hands. Alright, for articulation, this one actually goes back this far, forward this far. You do have some side to side and a full rotation. His shoulder comes up this far, so not restricted at all. Full range of motion. This is a soft piece of plastic. So this spins all the way around. There's a rotation at the base there. There's no bicep cut or anything like that. There's single jointed elbows, which bend past 90 degrees, and there's rotation as well. And his hands go back and forth and all the way around. Alright, there's a ball joint here that goes back this far, forward this far, side to side, and you get a full rotation. At the bottom of his torso and his waist is all one piece, so you don't get any rotation, no movement down here. So all your movement for upper body is going to be this ball joint right here. And for his legs, it goes out to not quite a complete split, maybe halfway there. Goes forward this far, back this far. We do have single jointed knees as well. You get a little bit more than 90 degrees. There is a swivel or a rotation there as well. And for his ankles, it goes back this far, forward this far, and you get full rotation out of that rocker. Pretty decent articulation. It is a little bit limited, but you look at it this way, it is a stormtrooper. He is in armor, or a clone trooper. Don't jump at me in the comments. I call it all stormtroopers, but he is a clone trooper. Realistically, his articulation would be somewhat limited anyways. So I'm not going to harp on it too much. Let's pop his backpack back on. And pop his grenade launcher or blaster back in his hands. So guys, if I had to rate these out of 10, I think I would give... These all have the same articulation. So basically, it's just paint scheme. All of these are actually painted pretty clean. Like, pretty decent paint application on all of these. Certain paint schemes are actually better than the others. So, and well, obviously accessories too. Scorch is definitely going to get the highest rating. I'm going to give this guy a 9 out of 10. The only thing lacking on this one is articulation. Everything else is fantastic. Love the overall design. Paint application is fantastic. Love his accessory. I think his blaster and his backpack and all that stuff. Looks fantastic as well. Next on the list is going to be Boss. I really like this one. I like the orange and the white. Less paint on this one, but it has more weathering on the white. I think this one looks fantastic as well. Then next on the list is going to be Fixer. I'm really digging the green, man. I think the green looks fantastic on this one. A lot more paint on this one than Boss. But yeah, it looks great. He has a different helmet, different backpack, but other than that, everything else is the same. He actually has the same blaster as Boss as well. So Boss is going to be an 8.5, and then I think Fixer is going to be an 8.5 as well. And then when we get down to this guy, I'm not a fan of the paint scheme, but I got to base it as a figure, and I'm going to give this guy an 8.5 as well. So all three of these are 8 to an 8.5. We'll go with an 8.5, and I think Scorch is in the lead with a 9 out of 10. That pretty much wraps up our review of Delta Squad. We have Boss, we have Sev, we have Fixer, and we have the awesome Scorch. So, just for comparison's sake, we actually have these in 3.75 inch form as well. 3 3/4 inch. These guys are actually pretty awesome, man. I love the overall appearance of these. Tons of paint, tons of detail. Articulation is limited in the 3.75 inch version, but man, do they ever look fantastic. These guys actually look awesome. With the exception of Scorch, I actually prefer these a lot more in 3.7 inch form. Give you guys a closer look at these bad boys. I'm a sucker for 3 3/4 inch figures. These absolutely look fantastic as well. Very small, but very detailed. Fantastic. Which one do you guys prefer, man? Let me know in the comments below. Do you prefer the 3.75 inch or 3 3/4 inch, or do you prefer the 6 inch? Like, this guy looks fantastic. I'm loving the green. I prefer this type of green, more of an olive green as opposed to the darker green. But yeah, this one looks great as well. Tons of detail on this one. And then we get down to Scorch, man, and Scorch looks fantastic as well. Loving it. Look at all the paint on the back of that one. Tons of detail. Such great figures, man. These are a lot older too, so older figures, awesome paint application. Fantastic, guys. So yeah, let me know, 3 3/4 or 6 inch. Which one are you guys picking if you can only choose one? So that pretty much wraps up our unboxing and review, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think of our score of 9 and 8.5 out of 10 for the rest. Let me know what you think of our review. And if you guys had to rate these guys individually out of 10, what would you give them? If you liked our review, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button while you're there. As always, guys, we hope you enjoyed this review, and we hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys.